say Soulja ain't from the hood.
Hey,
They say Soulja ain't from the hood.
get off me though.
Oh, man, that's
Get off me though.
What's happening? Nah.
After Crank That went to #1 on Billboard and the Soulja Boy dance became the new Macarena.
Basically started a revolution. This is the Soulja Boy dance.
After the Chicago-born Snap artist went from mixing tracks on a bootleg copy of Fruity Loops in Batesville, Mississippi, to owning his own record company and fashion line and living in a $6 million home in Los Angeles, they're using his web savvy to build a cult following online, blowing up on SoundClick, and becoming #1 on MySpace. Soulja Boy's time in the spotlight has been dramatic to say the least. He's been sued, arrested, robbed, and beaten up. He suffered serious losses like the sudden death of his little brother, and he's had no shortage of trivial spats with other celebrities, including Ice-T, Bow Wow, and most recently his beef with Chris Brown, which is to be settled in the ring within an upcoming boxing match. So jealous. I asked Keemstar to wrestle me or box me, he said squat. What a pussy. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Soulja Boy after his initial rise to fame, here for you on After They Are Famous. We dropped it Before They Were Famous on Soulja Boy last week, so be sure to check that out. We've also covered Chris Brown and Rihanna, but let me know who you want me to document next in the comments down below. Andre Cortez Way was born in Chicago on July 28, 1990. At the age of 6, he moved to Atlanta. After his parents called it quits, he and his father moved to Batesville, Mississippi. It was here that DeAndre began to record music and began posting it widely to SoundClick, MySpace, and YouTube. Now, if you want to know more about his childhood and early career, be sure to check out his Before They Were Famous bio. On May 2nd, 2007, Soulja Boy dropped his debut single, Crank That. The song reached #1 on Billboard, made it onto Rolling Stone's 2007 Best Songs list, and was nominated for a Grammy. Plus, back then I was in university, first year, and I danced that thing every night at the club. The song broke records, selling over 3 million digital copies, and was featured on DeAndre's first album, Soulja Boy Tell'em.com. The record peaked at #1 on the US R&B charts, with nearly 1 million sales in the US alone. Soulja Boy was at the top of his game, and it was all downhill from there. Truthfully. While his debut album peaked at #4 on the Billboard 200, 2008's I Soulja Boy Tell 'Em peaked at #43, and the DeAndre Way, released in 2010, did even worse, peaking at 90. After Crank That, Soulja Boy would never hit #1 again on the Hot 100. Singles released after 2010 didn't even chart, although he did hit #1 on the US rap charts with his 2008 track, Gets Me Through the Phone, featuring Sammy, which I quite enjoyed. His career in decline, Soulja Boy's personal life fell into a downward spiral as well. In 2008, masked men with AK-47s and pistols broke into DeAndre's home and beat him up. The next year, he was arrested for running from a police officer after being ordered to stop while filming a video in an abandoned house. On March 22nd, 2011, his little brother, Deion Jenkins, well, he was killed in a car crash. Devastated by the loss of his brother, DeAndre took to Twitter, stating, "At home crying my eyes out, I can't believe my little bro is gone. Today is so not my day. R.I.P. little brother, love you always." More trouble would follow in 2011 with DeAndre getting sued when he allegedly failed to pay a promoter and later arrested for possession of marijuana. In 2014, Soulja Boy was arrested and jailed for having a loaded pistol in his car. And in 2016, he was sued by Skrill Dilly for uttering death threats in a video. Yeah, don't do that. But Soulja Boy's beefs with other artists did not begin or end with Skrill Dilly. Way back in December of 2007, GZA made fun of Soulja Boy's rap skills, or lack thereof, during a concert. Soulja Boy fired back in an interview with Rhapsody.com, calling the genius old. Ice-T also took shots at Soulja Boy in 2007, telling him to eat a dick, and accusing him of single-handedly killing hip-hop. Soulja Boy once again responded by calling T old, and how did T respond? Well, he apologized for telling him to eat a dick.
But as far as your music goes, it's garbage. Hip-hop has to last forever. It ain't gonna last with you doing that Superman bullshit, man. That shit is whack.
Next, Soulja Boy would beef with Bow Wow, and this one was particularly obnoxious, with the rich teens challenging each other to Lamborghini races. Soulja Boy would go on to beef with many others, including Riff Raff, Chief Keef, 21 Savage, Shia LaBeouf, and Quavo. But let's be honest, it's his beef with Chris Brown that you probably want to hear about most. The recent beef has been reported by most media outlets as beginning with Soulja Boy liking a photo of Chris Brown's ex-girlfriend Karrueche Tran on Instagram. but the beef actually goes way back longer than the most recent spat. According to Soulja Boy, it all started with Rihanna. Following Chris Brown's infamous assault on her in 2009, he wasn't too pleased to hear that Soulja started to spend some alone time with her.
I said, yo, Tiana, you gotta go. I know you my girl and all, but Rihanna just got on the bus. Y'all gotta go. You did. She got mad. She called Chris and snitched. He on the bus with Rihanna right now.
Not long after, Chris and DeAndre got into a Twitter war beginning in March of 2010, where Soulja chirped both Breezy and Bow Wow over their follower numbers. Chris fired back, citing how much more money he has in the bank. 7 years later, Soulja Boy commented with a hard eyes emoji of Krucha Tran's photo, apparently prompting Chris to give Soulja an angry phone call. Angry tweets followed, and now the two are to settle it in the ring. Floyd Mayweather is helping to train Soulja, so Chris got himself an equally legendary fighter to back him, Mike Tyson. Not only is Iron Mike helping to get Breezy ready for the fight, he's also recorded a Soulja Boy diss track. Then Soulja Boy has had a couple of unfortunate incidents, both of which have been blamed on Chris Brown, but no evidence of a Breezy connection has emerged in either case. The first incident was when this happened.
Say Soulja ain't from the hood. Hey, they say Soulja ain't from the hood. Get off me though. Oh man, that's like me though. What's happening?
Now, a lot of people thought that at the time Soulja had gotten beat up and robbed, but this second angle shows that that wasn't really the case.
Hey, they say Soulja ain't from the hood. Get off me though. Get off me though. What's happening, bro? Hold on.
More recently, Soulja Boy's house in Los Angeles has been robbed with $12,000 of jewelry and $10,000 in cash stolen. While police are still investigating the crime at the time of this recording, there is so far no evidence connecting Chris or his backup dancers to the incident. As for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see, because this is After They Are Famous. My name is Michael McCretton, and we do all kinds of bios here for you on this channel. Chris Brown Before They Are Famous, we recently updated that. We've also done an After They Are Famous on Chris Brown, because the whole Rihanna thing is ugly. Now we've got one on Soulja Boy done, and an after on Soulja. Be sure to let us know who's next in the comments down below. See you guys in another video. Or maybe at that boxing match. Yeah, that'd be great. Although, they might push me on stage. No, I'm not gonna go.
Hey, Ma, they say Soulja ain't from the hood.
Yo, don't touch me with the...
I'm Mike Tyson.